Text 7 times daily. Psalm 119, 164. 7 times a day I praise you. The reading today is Psalm 119. I will read verses 161 through 168. Princes persecute me without cause, but my heart stands in awe of your words. I rejoice at your word as one who finds great spoil. I hate and despise falsehood, but I love your law. 7 times a day I praise you because of your righteous ordinances. Those who love your law have great peace, and nothing causes them to stumble. I hope for your salvation, O Lord, and do your commandments. My soul keeps your testimonies, and I love them exceedingly. I keep your precepts and your testimonies, for all my ways are before you. Psalm 119, 161, reading again. Princes persecute me without cause, but my heart stands in awe of your words. I rejoice at your word as one who finds great spoil. I hate and despise falsehood, but I love your law. 7 times a day I praise you because of your righteous ordinances. Those who love your law have great peace, and nothing causes them to stumble. Wow, verse 164 really speaks to me. 7 times a day I praise you because of your righteous ordinances. How much more we should think about God's law and read his word constantly throughout the day, just to keep our mind and our heart in the right direction. And verse 165 especially speaks to me also. Those who love your law have great peace, and nothing causes them to stumble. You know, the world and what it offers, the money, material things, job, status, careers, whatever, doesn't give you peace. Even friends don't give you peace, but God's law gives us peace because it just purifies our heart and it just cleanses us. And that's how God created us. And so those who love God's law have peace. Going on in verse 166, I hope for your salvation, O Lord, and do your commandments. I hope for your salvation, O Lord, and do your commandments. Our hope and everything of all of us, we look forward toward God. And we are committed to doing and obeying what he says. My soul keeps your testimonies, and I love them exceedingly. Now, do we really love God's law? And this just really speaks to our hearts. That we really do need to put an effort. Sometimes even though we don't feel like it, we really do need to put an effort into reading God's law. And that will create in us a love and a thirst for God's law. I keep your precepts and your testimonies, for all my ways are before you. Exactly. Everything we do is under the eyes of God, and gracefully, mercifully, and in his love he guides us. And so that is the Bible verse. Let's read on with the devotion. We live in this body of ours that is still under the bondage, the yoke of sin, and so we need to constantly get our body to cooperate as far as reading God's law, because it's always going to oppose what we want to do spiritually. One day, when missionary physician Harold Adolph was walking through his house, he saw a verse on the wall of his daughter's room. It was Proverbs 17:22. A cheerful heart is good medicine. Adolph thought, if only I could harness the secret of that cheerfulness and share with my patients, a great deal of physical and spiritual suffering could be avoided. Another verse came to mind, Psalm 119, 164. 7 times a day I praise you That verse he thought was like a prescription of a medicine bottle. Most patients resist taking a medicine 7 times a day, which is why pharmaceutical companies develop pills to be taken only once or twice daily. But Dr. Adolf suggests we try to remedy exactly as God prescribed it. You might set your phone alarm to remind yourself to praise God 7 times throughout this day. The goal isn't legalism, but to learn to praise God continuously and to keep our hearts cheerfully all day long. Life is a good gift from God, and we must treasure it. If we are praising Him continuously, we'll discover just how difficult it is to keep on complaining. Harold Ada. Wow, this is so true. It's not legalism like this devotion says. It's really a spiritual discipline, like I mentioned before, that we really need to cultivate so that while we are dwelling in this flesh tent of ours on this side of heaven, that we have a spiritual discipline to keep our mind, keep our flesh continuously towards the things of God, towards the truth of God, and towards our home, our true home, which is really in heaven.